Alright, so it's been a bit of time since I did the first video on these garden beds, and I've gotten a lot of questions about how to build them. So I'm gonna build one right now and we'll film along with it. It's actually gonna be a sister to this, so the same thing as this, which is just a 2-foot wide planter that's just a square. So it's pretty simple to build, and yeah, I'll go ahead and film it. I assembled this off camera, and what it is, it's just a 2x4 2-foot square box, and I just assembled it. I assembled these squares first, 2 of them, and then I just simply joined them, and each of these pieces of wood is cut to 2 feet, so it's super simple to assemble. Just make sure that you mirror this box with that one so they join up properly, and also to make sure that these 2x4s are sitting on top of these ones on the base and up here as well, because if they were not and were attached outside, this measurement would then be more than 2 feet. It would be 2 feet plus the width of each 2x4 on either side. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted a 2-foot square box, and now it's for the outside. I've got this, which is just an 8-foot board, cedar, and it's just a 1x4. And it's got like a nice plain side and then a rough finish side. So I personally prefer to use the nice plain side on here and cut it into 4 2-foot sections. It's 8 feet long, and normally they give you a little bit more than 8 feet just to account for blade widths for cutting. So yeah, I just cut this, and then where it doesn't quite join up on the edges, I don't worry about that, because I'm gonna cap the box when it's done by putting a piece of wood vertically like this on each of the corners. And one other thing that I do that you might have been able to see when I was filming the outside of the box is that I'm actually going to line the inside of this with vapor barrier. And the reason I use vapor barrier is because it's thick. It's a thick plastic that's used to prevent vapor from coming into the house when you're insulating. But I find it to be a really good durable material to put inside of these boxes, and the reason for doing it is because I don't want necessarily the soil to be in contact with the wood. I want that to happen as little as possible so that the wood is lasting longer without rotting if it was on direct soil contact. So part of the way that I do that is by having cedar, which is naturally sort of resistant to rot, and lining it with that plastic. So I'm going to go ahead and line it with the plastic right now while it's all bare and accessible. It will be easy, and yeah, let's get to it. So now I'm just going to cut a hole in the bottom of this so it can drain. Doesn't have to look pretty, just a hole for water to get out. So when cutting these, we can do it efficiently by just flipping the board over. It's really important though to make sure that the cuts are gonna not be parallel to each other, but rather that the longest end of each board is on the same edge. as each other. That's a good way to keep that in your head. And also what we want is for it to be on this nice plain side and join up with each other all in a square. So it's a little bit complicated to keep in your mind, but you just try to make sure that each longest edge is on the same side, and those sides will connect up with each other when they're on the plain side. So one thing I'm going to do here, because I've got these small pieces to finish it off with, I'm actually going to flip the box over as I've done here. And I'm just going to start by putting planks from the bottom up. And then that way the smallest one will be hidden by the bottom capping that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so that was done. Both Mike and I were out here. I had the drill, he had the impact, and we just really quickly got that put together. So as you can see, there is a gap here. And remember, I flipped it, so this is actually the bottom. And this is okay because we're putting the capping on the bottom. And I'll just use one of these pieces to see. The capping's gonna go right over this whole plank anyways, so it's not a big deal at all. And the reason why, it's more economical to rip 2 planks in half than to just, have one whole plank with a bit of wastage. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fix up these corners. And we're gonna do that by cutting down this same wood, not with these miters on it, but straight. And they'll just go over like this and like this on each of the 4 sides. So we'll cut 8 pieces, and from here to here it's 27 inches, just because we have to account for the 2-foot 2x4 plus the edge of 2 of the 2x4s on there. So it's more than 2 feet. And then after that's done, we'll put in these strips along here. And then last thing we'll do is install these top caps, and then we'll be done.